Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take two random characters, combine them using the GMO mod, and see if we can beat the game with the resulting monstrosity. We, of course, are back to the wheel, so let's go ahead and spin and see what two characters and what random weapon we're going to be using today. So, first off, we have... always a fan of the Curious, just a super fun character overall, and let's see what we're combining with it, and whether we will have the damage to be able to kill the loot aliens and actually make money. Oh, is it? Okay, it's Curious Soldier. Curious Bull would also be really interesting as well, so either of those would have been awesome, but let's go ahead and play the Curious alongside the Soldier, who's over here. And then we're going to random our weapon and see what we can do. Okay, Revolver, obviously a really good weapon for this combo. It's going to let us kill the loot aliens pretty fast. Good weapon for Soldier, just in general. So, pretty nice find here. Let's see. Okay, nice. We just one-tapped each of those. They have very few hit points on the first wave, so you end up making a lot of extra money and getting the extra crates as well. The downside is it's going to be hard for us to chase down enemies because we will be stopping moving a lot. So that could be a little bit more challenging for our income. But I think this is a very strong combination with a good weapon. Let's pick up the mushroom there. The boxing glove. So as the Curious, you get additional XP gain for every different level 1, or for every different item you have. And we're going to be losing damage also, because I will go with 6 revolvers, so we're going to lose 50% damage from the Curious. So I'll take the boxing glove. Knockback is actually a problem, but I think the XP gain is good enough. But the knockback could actually prevent us from killing loot aliens. But as the Soldier, we have a bunch anyways, so there's nothing that we can do about that. Let's roll here. Actually, hang on. Neither of these have a harvesting penalty, so I'm going to roll and see if we can pick up some harvesting. I'll take a ranged damage as well. Really important to just kill the loot aliens as much as possible. And then we're going to be losing percent damage because we're taking revolvers here, and I will pick up another revolver. Bag, obviously, is incredible, and while normally you want to roll for weapons in this spot, as the Curious, we're guaranteed to get 30 materials if we kill both loot aliens that are going to spawn. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the bag. Baby Elephant, do I want to keep this locked? I think not, actually. Currently, we have no luck. Enemies have extra health, which makes the damage from the Baby Elephant less relevant. So I'm just going to focus on dealing as much damage with our weapons as possible. Wow, we're already just covered in stuff. We're really, really prepared for every eventuality with this character. So you can see here that already our damage is not sufficient to one-shot the loot aliens, because they do get stronger every time we kill one, as the Curious. Go ahead and try to kill that tree as well. I was really hoping for another crate, but with negative luck, it's not that likely. Okay, second bag. Obviously, playing this character combo, getting 2 bags right away is awesome. Look how much money we have. The snake I'm going to recycle. Here, I could take extra range. Range is actually not terrible for us because we are the Soldier. We want range there. We want to be able to hunt down the loot aliens that we're going to be punting away with our high knockback. But let me re-roll. I think I'm just going to take 5% damage. We're going to be losing a lot of damage, so I need to 5% damage very aggressively. The Lemonade is worth locking. Is the Weird Ghost worth locking? Probably not. I think we can do better. And then I'm going to roll for more revolvers, because I definitely want to level up our weapons here. Unfortunately, we're not finding them. I mean, as I always say, if you are struggling to win with any character combination, why not simply find triple bag? I don't know why people don't do that more often. And I'll keep buying revolvers. How many of these do I want to combine? So we have minus 55% damage. That's too much. I'm going to combine one of these. Actually, I think 2. I think we'll stick with 3 weapons, because we are losing damage from the bags, and we're losing damage from our revolvers as well. It's still worth it to pick up these extra bags, but I can combine some weapons. We have a lot of money early, so we'll be able to find more weapons. I just need to make sure that we're not losing so much damage that we can't kill the enemies. Tap move my way around the place here. Starting to take a few extra hits when we're reloading. That's definitely dangerous. So we may not quite have the damage to kill these loot aliens because of the knockback. So like I talked about, knockback is such a problem for this character because it makes it so much harder to focus specific enemies. I will take the small fish. I could just take 5% crit chance. It can help us clear enemies faster, but I think we need to find some damage or attack speed. So I'm just going to roll here. And I think actually with triple bag, our economy is so set. I'm just going to take 5% damage. And then I'm going to roll again, and we'll take 8% damage because I need to offset this damage penalty as much as possible because we have triple bag. I'll take the lemonade and gecko, and we'll buy the cake as well and do a reroll. Take a revolver. Definitely going to take a banner. I want more attack speed, and lowering our knockback is good. And then I'm going to roll again. We'll lock a broken mouth. One more reroll to try to find more revolvers. Actually, I should keep rolling because I do need to level up my weapons. All right, so minus 43% damage I think is too much. So let's go ahead and combine again. And then we'll go to wave 4 here. And we're going to see if we can overcome this absurd damage penalty fairly quickly. All right, can we kill that thing? Yes, we can. And pushing the loot alien away. I need to kind of push it into a corner there. Curse is also dangerous for the curious because if enemies have too much damage or too much health, which the curse will multiply their increased health, it can be pretty dangerous. I will take the alien tongue. Extra pickup radius, of course, is very important for the soldier. And then we'll take the padding. Lens for extra ranged damage. Because we're playing the GMO mod, we don't have the icon that tells us whether this is a new item or weapon for the curious. So I just have to remember that. I'm going to take 5% more damage here, and then let's go ahead and buy both of these things. Peaceful Bee, I really don't want to reduce my damage output at this point, and then we're going to keep on rolling. A Lost Duck is good, a Fertilizer is still good, even though our economy is solid already. Could definitely still use that, and I guess I will take the Baby Elephant just for the extra XP gain. We'll take a Revolver and lock the Coffee. Alright, still at minus 40% damage, but I think we can get away with 5 revolvers here. Definitely going to need to fix our baby elephant damage output if we want that to do anything, but in part, it's worth buying just because it's a little bit of extra XP gain. To tap move around the place, because we're the soldier. Curious Bull would have been fun because you don't buy weapons at all, so we wouldn't have had a duplicate weapon. Pin that thing into the corner again. That is, I mean, the knockback is good for that. We're actually not making that much money until we pull in the crates, but then we get 90 extra materials every single wave as long as I kill both loot aliens. I'll take the alien worm here. I do want to increase my HP, and again, just other weapons or other items is always good, because our XP gain is now up to plus 40% already. I'll take 10 luck, and then 15 attack speed is excellent. We definitely need enough attack speed. We're going to need to increase our damage and attack speed by a lot to be able to kill the elites. That's always the challenge with the soldier, is that you need additional damage to kill elites, because you have to delete them before they get to you, or it can be very, very hard to play against them. We'll take the revolver here. I'll take the butterfly. The lifesteal isn't that important. Even though we're a ranged character, I typically prefer regeneration on the soldier, because when you need to heal is also when you're running away and thus not able to shoot. In a roll, we'll upgrade our revolvers. I could start building dodge, but we have 0 armor still, so I'm not going to buy the gambling token. Keep on rolling a bit. Do I think I can actually kill the bait aliens? I do need more percent damage. The other thing is that the GMO mod is a little bit buggy and items don't stack. You can see that our 3 bags are all spread out. So I need to actually remember what items I have, because they won't combine, in order to avoid duplicates. Take another revolver here. I'll lock the bait. I think I want to go one more wave before I buy bait, and then I will roll. Mushroom I've already got, so I don't want to double up on that, and then I'll buy a revolver. We are very rich, and we have a spyglass, so we can reroll pretty aggressively. Okay, so I could gain 10% damage by combining 2 revolvers, and I think I should. That kind of pushes the damage threshold on our weapons high enough that I feel a little better about killing stuff quickly. If we hit level 10 this wave, which is very possible, and obviously would be incredibly early to do that, but because we have the increased XP gain from the Curious, it's possible. If we hit level 10 this wave, then I can basically guarantee finding a high-level damage upgrade, and adding a plus 10% damage would be really nice. Or plus 12, even. That would go a really long way towards making this character extremely powerful. I don't think we'll have the damage to kill this thing, but if I can, it would be awesome. Didn't quite get it. Sharp Bullet. Revolver has no natural piercing, so this does cost me a lot of damage. But hopefully we can find a pumpkin. I'll take the Sharp Bullet. Alien Tongue, I've already got one, right? So I don't want another Alien Tongue. I'm definitely going to accidentally duplicate items at some point during this game, so I expect you all to chronicle that in the comments and let me know every time I accidentally duplicate an item. That's your homework. We'll take 10% attack speed here, and then I'm going to take the 12% damage upgrade like we talked about. A Cursed Baby Squid, that's awesome. That's a huge increase to our healing. Take the revolver, I'll buy the ritual, and I think we can get away with the bait here, so I'm going to buy that. We don't have a cyber ball yet, we don't have a lumberjack shirt yet, so I'll buy that as well, and I'm going to do a reroll. Incendiary Turret, that's an item that we don't have a copy of that could help with wave clear, but I think we can do better. Bean Teacher, I will take. Coffee, we've already got one. Now, normally, on the Curious, coffee is one of the items that it is worth considering duplicating, because 10% attack speed for minus 12% damage is actually often totally fine. On this character, though, we have a bunch of extra attack speed because we're the soldier, so when we're firing, we can attack faster. And we are using 6 of the same weapon, which you wouldn't normally on the Curious, obviously. So I think it's not worth duplicating the coffee here. So I need to remember that we've got the lampreys. So I'm just going to hold still and hope that we have the damage to kill them right away. We didn't quite, so I had to reposition, but I was able to survive, and that was plus 8% damage. So very important. Gonna make my way up here and try to kill this loot alien. Got it. Have a celebratory drink of beer. And then this one we're gonna bully into the corner again. I will say that the knockback is a little counterproductive, but also very funny, because we're just shoving these nerds into lockers. I'll take the metal plate for plus 2 armor, of course, and jelly, normally very good for the Curious, but since we have 6 of the same weapon, not so much for us. Keep buying attack speed. You really just want as much attack speed as you can get with Revolver. It has very high base damage, so the attack speed, any attack speed that you get is very efficient. Defective Steroids, I'm going to pass on. I think our HP is fine for this level, and then I will roll. I'll take a Scar. I'll take a lock a Revolver. I'm not going to buy a second Baby Gecko at the cost of 10% damage. Do we have a Propeller Hat? We do not, so I can buy one of those. We have a Lost Duck instead. That Cursed Baby Squid should be good enough to solve most of the healing needs that we'll have this run. Trying to, again, focus damage on the loot alien. You really need to be ahead of the curve in terms of damage output on this character, especially because if enemies get close to us, we have to stop shooting to run away from them. So if we're not ahead, we're very behind. Need the second loot alien to show up. I got one of those crates is from a tree. So we still have at least one loot alien this wave. Here it is. push it into the corner and take it out. Can we get this tree? Got it. And then work our way back into the middle here, try to kill that other tree. All right. Incredible income. Allure, obviously, really powerful. We may not be able to kill all 4 loot aliens next wave. In fact, I think it's very likely we leave one, but that's fine. Still a very good item. We'll take the landmines. I'll take the snowball here. Because it pulls a unique out of the pool, which on a character this rich matters a lot more. We're going to see a lot more items, so improving our shop matters more. Take the armor here, and then I'm going to take some move speed. I really don't need more harvesting at this point, so I just want to make sure that we can survive against the elite. That's the thing that I'm most concerned about. Buy these. We'll take a book, because we don't have one yet. I already have a landmines. I could buy toxic sludge because I have the snowball, but we don't have a use for elemental damage yet. I mostly bought this to improve our shop, but maybe we get like a scared sausage later on, and then the snowball could be good. Pocket Factory is pretty awesome for us, so we'll take that. I'll take the compass as well. I do want more movement speed. And then we'll roll, and improved tools. Beanie, I don't have one of yet, and then we can upgrade our weapons as well. All right, so really nice set of finds there also. The Pocket Factory is less efficient than normal because enemies have increased health, but we already have extra... We will end up with decent engineering because we just want to buy random items anyways. And we already have piercing damage, so... Pocket Factory will still be efficient, and anything that can help clear enemies that isn't our guns is going to be helpful for the soldier, because otherwise you can really get into a scenario where you're getting overwhelmed by enemies and just don't have the damage to stay still and thus keep shooting. Nice. Got that one. Can we get this one as well? Once it's pinned in the corner, we do take them out pretty efficiently, which is very funny. All right. Again, absurd income. I don't believe I have a butterfly, so I'll take one. I'll take the eye patch as well, just for the crit chance, mostly, because I do want positive crit chance. The extra piercing is okay, but we have a sharp bullet already. Like spicy sauce. A mushroom, I've got one already, so we're recycling that. And then 3 ranged damage is perfect. 12% damage, also perfect. 3 more ranged damage. Okay, well, those upgrades really help. Now, suddenly, our weapons are actually doing more than their base damage. Amazing. Let's go ahead and buy all this stuff. And then we'll take an improved tools. I'll roll. Take a revolver. Treasure map we'll buy for sure. This is going to be an incredible amount of items on this character, usually. We already have a fertilizer. I don't want to lose 10% damage, so we won't buy a second one. Beanie, we've already got. Gonna roll here. I already have a scar. I could take blood donation. We don't really need it, though, and this character is precarious enough where if you start taking damage and have to run, the blood donation can easily kill you. So I actually really don't like the self-damage items on Soldier. We're gonna buy the revolver. Bat, I don't have one yet, so we'll lock that. I'm gonna be doing a bit of scrolling. And Sunken Bell, yeah, this could be a reasonable emergency measure, especially if we get a little bit more purse. That could help out a lot. So the Sunken Bell will be pretty good, I think. And then I'll roll Schmoop at the cost of a ranged damage. Kind of painful, but I do want to increase my max HP, so I'll lock it as well. We don't have a tree yet, so that does hold our Pocket Factory back somewhat. But between the improved tools and just the amount of engineering that we sort of naturally get, I think it will still be pretty good. Bully this loot alien. Okay, we have to hope that our damage is good enough to clear out those lampreys, and it was. Actually put myself in kind of a risky position there. If our damage had been just a little lower, we could easily have died to those lampreys. Don't think we're getting the other loot alien, but I'll make sure we at least get a second one. There's a third over here, but we just don't have the killing power to take it out. Butterfly I've already got. We're recycling that. I will take the scope. I do want more attack speed, but range damage is also pretty nice. Okay, I'll take the Schmoop out of a box, I guess. We were going to buy one in the shop anyways, and now we won't. And then here, I could take 10 luck, or I could roll. I think I'll take 10 luck, and then we'll take 3 more ranged damage. We will not buy this, even though I have it locked, and then we'll take Sunken Bell and Bat, and then roll. We will... Ritual, I already have... I believe. Where is it? Yes, we do already have a ritual, so we're going to pass on that. We'll take another revolver, though. Then we'll roll. Bean Teacher I've already got. Metal Plate I've already got. This might be one that is worth losing 10% damage for, because right now our armor is only 5, which isn't great, but I think we just need maximum damage output to kill the elite, so I'm going to pass on the Metal Plate here. Now upgrade our revolver. Weird Food. I have 0 consumable heal, so I don't have one of those. The cake, I believe I do have one. Yep. And then let's roll. Shady Potion, I don't have. Missile, I don't have. And I do need all the percent damage I can get, so I'll lock the missile and I'll roll. I don't have a tree. Dynamite, I have 1 landmines for explosive damage, but no other source. Actually, I guess we have the Sunken Bell, technically, but we don't have any meaningful explosion damage, so no need to buy the dynamite. Ouch. Alright, so it is going to be a real challenge next wave against the elite. Got the loot alien kill. And there are 2 still on the map that I can see anyways. Let's see if we can get this one. Again, try to push it into the corner here. We have the knockback. I would prefer not to have it, but since we have it, we might as well use it. Knockback can be a problem for the soldier in general because it causes you to split damage between multiple enemies. So often it will... It seems like it's going to be really good, but it'll end up being weaker than you would want. Wisdom, we really don't want. We need to kill the elite super fast before it just chases us down. So I need to front load all my damage, so I'm going to recycle this. I will take a Blood Leech. A Whistle, I guess I'll take. Sometimes that's an item you don't want on the Curious, because speeding up the loot aliens is kind of dangerous, but... I think it's still better, and I guess I will take the hunting trophy for 31. Cyberball we're recycling, and then we'll take 2 more ranged damage. This is level 20, so I'm going to roll for percentage damage in order to be able to kill the elite faster. So let's roll, and there we go. 12% damage, exactly what we wanted. Take the missile and the tree, and then roll again. I already have a scope. I don't have a fish hook, so I can take fish hook. Snail, I don't want going into the elite fight, so I think I'll just pass on the snail. Fishhook is another item that sometimes is worth doubling up on. So what I might do is I could consider locking it. 10% damage for a cursed fishhook would be a totally reasonable trade. That being said, I could also roll for things that will help me survive the elite, and I think that just matters way more than anything else. I'll take the alloy here. Awesome find. 5 range damage, 7 crit chance, and a bunch of curse. That's incredible for increasing our killing power against the elite. And then Cyclops Worm, my percent damage, now positive, which is really awesome. Take the wolf helmet for sure, and then we will see how quickly we can kill this elite. Okay, this is actually an incredible roll for us. This elite chases you slowly and then just runs away from you to the center. So, far from being one of the ones that chases you down and forces you to have really tough movement to get away from it as a soldier, while still damaging it, that one's kind of free for the soldier. Worst case scenario, you can always just run away until it starts going to the center and then post up near it and kill it. we bullied 2 of the loot aliens into the corner there. Had to hold still and kill the lampreys. Came out of the blobfish. Got another curse alien kill. Oh, there's a loot alien over here. Can we get it? No. I'll take the mirror just in... Oh, actually, we're the curious. So if I duplicate something, I always lose 10% damage. I think I'll just pass on the mirror. Hedgehog, I don't have one, I don't think. So I'll take one of those. Spider, we don't have one. Increases our percent damage, so it's good. I'll take the glasses when it shows up for 14 here. Range is pretty good on the soldier. So I do want that. Starfish is quite risky, but you know what? This character is really strong, and we're just gonna have fun with it. And now I guess I'll take a Peaceful Bee. A mutation we also don't have, and a feather we also don't have, so I can take both of those. Ugly Tooth, that's pretty good for catching up to the loot aliens, so we'll take that as well. Take 9% speed and 8% damage, then we'll buy the wolf helmet. I can take the statue potentially. So statue is an item that's deceptively bad on the soldier because losing 10% move speed is horrible. So even though you're standing still and you want lots of attack speed, statue is often worse than it looks. Our movement speed is good enough that I think we can take it here, but this is an item that looks a lot better than it is for this character. First revolver, awesome. Power generator, awesome. Both of those are amazing. Roll again here. I'll definitely take a gentle alien. I'll take wandering bot. This can help keep us alive as well, and I'll roll again. Mutation and bat I've already got. So with the starfish, triple bag, with our hunting trophy as well, and we've started to build some crit chance, the amount of money we should be making every wave should just be ridiculous. Where's the loot aliens, though? Actually kind of confused as to where they went. Okay, there's one. Those guys are always tough because they get stronger all the time. There's another. I didn't think this crate was from one because I don't think our turrets are strong enough. Even though they attack really fast, our turrets are not strong enough to kill one of the buffed up loot aliens by themselves. I'll take a medical turret. Mammoth, I will take. It cost me 8% damage and 3 speed, so very, very bad. Actually, that's 11% damage. Never mind. Let's just recycle that. Fishhook here, I could pick up at minus 10% damage. I think that is worth it. And then Lost Duck I'll recycle. We will take. Take a bunch of luck and some more attack speed. I'll take a whetstone. I will upgrade our weapons here. Buy a wandering bot and keep rolling. Gentle alien, definitely. It can still be purchased even at a 5% damage penalty. It just increases your income so much. Exoskeleton, I will take for sure. That's an awesome item for us. And then I'm going to roll. Barnacle, we will take. Cyclops Worm, normally this is it's only plus 2% damage, but if it gets cursed and we have double fishhook, then it'll be really good. Warrior Helmet I will lock as well, especially if this gets cursed. It's excellent. And then Defective Steroids I think we can pass on. With double fishhook, I'm going to roll once there to see if we can lock anything like a revolver. Have to, of course, close my office door to record, and it gets so hot in here. During the summer. again, our income is just ridiculous at this point. Losing an armor is pretty bad. I think I will still take the Gummy Berserker, though. We don't have one yet. It only costs 18 materials, and the attack speed is incredibly relevant, and the range is still good. Cute Monkey I am going to pass on, though. Losing a range damage is just too bad. I don't think we have a Reinforced Steel yet, so I'll take one. And... wait, what happened there with my percent damage? I thought did I go from 30 to 27% when I bought the Reinforced Steel? Oh, right, because we have a Power Generator. It costs 3 speed. Take 16% damage, because I still just need to increase this as much as possible. Wow. Awesome luck on the fish hooks here, so they are definitely paying for themselves. We'll take the Barnacle. This is going to be absurd amounts of additional stats, because we are already level 25 with our huge XP gain bonus as the Curious. Cyclops Worm for plus 7% damage is very good. We'll take the Lucky Charm as well, and the Warrior Helmet, we'll see if we can get that cursed. Now, Bloody Hand, I can definitely buy damage over time items, especially if this gets cursed, then it's good. Damage over time items that give you a bunch of extra damage are a lot better than ones that don't. Cyclops Worm, again, I can buy if it gets cursed, and then I will lock Saltwater as well, because a cursed item like that one is really strong. Alright, so this is one of the elites that we were really afraid of, and you can see why. You can see why this is still a challenging run as the soldier, even though we're this wealthy. I took 2 hits right away there. Have to avoid the damage from the pufferfish as well, because we know how they are. I'll never trust pufferfish again. Which, to be honest, seems like good life advice. Definitely taking the Night Goggles. The crit chance is one of the ways we can increase our damage the most. I do need to fix this armor. Butterfly we've already got. Hedgehog I already have one. Tree I've got one. This is another item that could potentially be worth spending 10% damage on. And actually I think it is. Riposte I will recycle. Cyberball I'll recycle. Toxic Sludge we'll take because we don't have one yet. And Explosive Shells, minus 8% damage. We do benefit a lot from just 8 curse, so I think I'll take this, but it's a fairly odd item for us. I could start building dodge here, but I want to buy at least a level 3 level up, because we've got the Barnacle, so a level 3 will give us so many stats. So I'm going to roll a few times. I didn't really want to pick up regen here. I guess I'll just take the level 2 dodge, and then there we go, 6 range damage. That's what we really want. Warrior Helmet Cursed we'll take. Cyclops Worm Cursed. Saltwater Cursed. Bloody Hand just increases our damage, so I'll take that as well. We'll take the Jerky. I don't have a Clockwork Wasp yet either. Pearl. So Pearl is actually a funny case for the curious. We can buy these in duplicates because we have more than 100 luck. So even duplicated, the pearls are damage positive. We'll take Frozen Heart as well, and Little Frog I think we can pass on. Let's do one reroll. Okay, nice. We can lock a Revolver. Again, with double Fish Hook, we can definitely roll more, and with a Spyglass and everything, we can roll more aggressively to lock items to curse. See if we can kill this loot alien, and then we'll get this one. Oh, wow. A crate from both of those trees? It's like the opposite of my recent triple GMO run, where I was getting no boxes from trees. This wave, every tree dropped a box. Ooh. I didn't kill the last one, so I couldn't see if it was going to drop another one. So I think I actually will spend 10% damage on the metal plate here. Armor will help us just not get one-shot by the bosses. We'll take Rip and Tear as well. Snake, I currently have no use for. I'm going to recycle it. I'll recycle the Weird Food, White Flag, obviously. We'll take the Corrupted Shard for sure, though. I think we can do better than this. Let's roll a couple times and get some higher level upgrades. I'll take 4 ranged damage. And then here, I think 4 armor is going to be what we want, because with 17 armor, I can now survive getting hit by the elite much more easily. Take a pearl, and I will buy these other 2 items. We'll roll here. We'll take a revolver upgrade as well. Lemonade, it's not worth doubling up on. Peacock, I think we can pass on. Obviously, we have to take the crown. Whetstone, Propeller Hat, and Lure, I have all of already, but Lure at least is worth doubling on. We'll take a turret as well. And 1 more reroll. Nice. Extra Stomach, it's only gonna trigger twice. You know, we'll only get wave 18 and 19 with it, but that will push us up to 100 HP, which can make it much easier for me to survive the bosses. There we go. Now we have the damage to just clear the elites as soon as they spawn. Bloody Hand is one of the items where it can be worth it to keep it locked forever when you have Fishhook until it gets cursed. But I felt like it was just more important that we had more damage scaling right away, because clearing the loot aliens is all the scaling you need. You don't really need powerful endgame items with this character. You just need enough damage every wave that you kill both loot aliens, because 2 free items every wave minimum is such an absurd boost to your economy. You don't need anything else. Obviously, this version of the character is even stronger because we have the extra damage from Soldier, so we were able to clear everything right away, and we got a very strong weapon as well. Anvil, yeah, we'll take this. It again will only trigger, I guess this triggers 3 times, because it will go on the 17, 18, 19 shops, because this triggers when you enter a shop. Leather Vest we will take, definitely, and then Tractor I'm going to recycle. Here, ooh, do I want 25% damage? We actually have 100% damage. I could take 30 attack speed or 6 armor. I think I'm going to take the attack speed to try to kill the bosses even faster. I'll take 3 ranged damage, and then we will definitely take a Cursed Extra Stomach, up to 12 HP per wave. Cursed Turret. We'll buy the Lure, which costs me some damage, and we'll take the Crown, because you can't be the King of Brotato without it. Take the small magazine, and roll here. Lock another revolver. Lock a... No, we have a spicy sauce already. I don't really care about the shackles either. Capping my move speed doesn't matter, but we don't really need the stats from it, so I think we'll just pass on it. Healing is really not our issue. Just damage and not getting one shot. I definitely would like some more movement speed. It's more difficult to reposition on this character than I usually go for on Soldier, because I like to have really high move speed playing the Soldier, so you can always move to where you need to be and then keep shooting right away. Repositioning quickly is probably the most important skill in shooters, so it makes sense that the Soldier needs to do that in Brotato as well. Yeah, we'll take the Goblet here, and Medical Turret, I have one. Baby Elephant, I have one already. Do I want to get the Cursed Baby Elephant at the cost of 10% damage? Probably not. We will take a Pearl, though. This will increase our damage output, so we're going to go from 93 all the way up to a massive 99. If we found the second treasure map a little earlier, I probably would take it, because you get so much value out of this item, but this late, I think we can pass. And again, just recycling duplicate items here. Take 12% damage. Gentle Alien, this is damage neutral, so I'll still pick that up. In a reroll, Mouse we will take, an upgraded revolver we'll take, and then we'll roll again. Strange Book, We have a lot of elemental damage, and engineering is actually not terrible for us. I'll take the strange book. I could lock it as well, see if we get a cursed one. That would be fun. That's more just for fun than for anything else. A cursed mouse at this point, I think, is still worth buying, even at the cost of 10% damage. And then propeller hat, we will pass on. We don't need this level 1 revolver, so let's roll a couple times. Just trying to find good stuff to lock. I'll take a jetpack, and eye patch, we already have one. I think we can pass on that. So you can see also, people often say that you shouldn't buy extra stomach when you have blood donation or bloody hand. And you can see that often that's not the case because we're pulling in, or jerky, we're pulling in the consumables, and then by the time they actually hit our character, we have healed back to full health anyways. So we're still getting the full value out of the extra stomach. As long as you have sufficient healing, often the fact that you're taking 1 damage won't matter at all, because you'll have enough healing to heal 1 hit point by the time the consumable actually reaches you, and then be at full health in order to pick it up. So in some ways, it can actually help you get extra stomach triggers. Reinforced steel, I will recycle, and pearl will take. Alien tongue, we don't need. I'll take the Greek fire just in case we find a scared sausage between now and the last wave. I'll take 18% dodge. That can actually get us almost to dodge cap, or halfway to dodge cap. So suddenly we're able to have a much better defensive set of tools. I'll take 14 speed here. I think that actually matters more than anything else. And then 18 dodge. Now we're almost at dodge cap. Actually, we will be, because I'm going to buy the jetpack, so, well, not quite, but 58 dodge is kind of awesome. We'll take all of these. Sadly, our fish hooks did not do us proud there. Roll a little more. Keep on rolling. Crystal, unfortunately, we will always lose the bonus. So do I want to spend, because we have a bloody hand, do I want to spend 200 on 5% attack speed? Honestly, that's probably fine. When you're playing the Curious, your selection of available items decreases pretty rapidly because you just run out of things you can buy that aren't duplicates. So you tend to start needing to buy things that are even somewhat marginal, like 5% attack speed here from the crystal. Then I'll do a couple rerolls just to see what we might have been able to pick up. And then we're going to go see how quickly we can kill these bosses. I suspect the answer is very. And there they go. Definitely less than 5 seconds. So that obviously, I mean, that was the story of Triple Bag giving us 3,000 materials. Obviously, on the Curious, that's an insane find, Triple Bag. And we very quickly overcame the damage penalty from those. Taking a look at our items, the spyglass we started with on an extraordinarily wealthy character still only saved 320 materials. So obviously it was good, but this is why spyglass is just, the numbers just aren't there for this item so often. Baby squid for 50 regen meant we never had to buy any other healing, which is amazing. We got 55k damage from the baby elephant. Ended up at level 35 because of our bonus XP gain. Got a lot of elemental damage, which never did anything, but that's fine. Pocket Factory, I think, did pretty well. Let's see how our turret did. You can see the damage of the Pocket Factory turrets if you have a level 1 turret item, which I believe we do somewhere. I'm sure I'm scrolling past it over and over again. Where did the dang thing go? Alright, well, I'll find it as I keep going through, I guess. So, we got 12 boxes from our treasure map as well, which was awesome. Actually, didn't trigger once after I looked at it the first time, but still, 12 items from treasure map is incredible. We have Whistle was definitely worth it. The hunting trophy gave us 235 materials, which is great. Our fishhooks ended with 30% pity bonus, classic fishhook. Starfish obviously gave us a lot of money because we were just killing so many enemies. And what else? Oh, there's our turret. Only 24k damage off the turret, so not anywhere near as much as I thought, but still not terrible. And 13 harvesting from Crown obviously wasn't great, but that's not why we bought it. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed just going off with triple bag. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.